Everyone went outdoors, back at it again. This is the second week of June. This will be our third baiting, episode 3. Hopefully we got some good footage again. I gotta check the baits. I ran up here quick today. I just filled these buckets up, and the bait's going fast. You saw I had like 9 barrels, but after just 3 baitings, we got this barrel's 3/4 gone. This is a quarter gone, but I had buckets already filled when I first got the bait, but it's going fast, and it's only with 2 baits. So if we do this once a week all summer, it's gonna go real fast. So I definitely probably have enough here, but I'm gonna have to get some more cream and stuff like that to add to it as the year goes on. I'll sweeten it up, and I'll actually use apples and corn. Once the tree gets full of apples, I use them, mix some corn in there. They eat it right up, especially when it gets closer to fall. I'm gonna go check these baits and see if we got some big bears. So I'm an idiot. Forgot to grab mosquito spray. So I'm gonna try and do this without getting eaten alive, because they're terrible right now. I'm walking in and I'm following a set of pretty big bear tracks in the leaves and the brush. Goes right along there. Definitely quite a few bears in here. Hopefully there's nothing on bait right now. Alright, it's definitely hit, completely gone. It's not even a week later. Camera looks like it was messed with again. It's like once they know that camera's there, they always go up and smell it, hit it around. I don't know. I try and keep my hands, take my gloves off before I handle the camera so there's not bait scent on the camera, but they'll probably hit it every time now, but that's all right. It looks like it's still pointed this way. Should be able to get some footage. But I'm gonna bait this up and get out of here before I get eaten alive by mosquitoes. All right, I'm at Tony's bait, and it's hit. Like I figured, not a thing left. They haven't bothered the camera on this one at all, which is good. And I'm gonna bait this up and get out of here and check the footage. Hopefully we have some new bears coming in, some bigger ones, I don't know. But yeah, it's eerily quiet right now. And those things are so quiet when they move through the woods. I have walked in on them on the baits before, so I just don't want to get between the sows and the sow and cubs. That's the only thing really you got to worry about. Let's get this baited and get out of here. Yeah, this lid is huge. I don't know what it weighs, but I have a hard time moving around. But these bears come in and like one little swipe of their paw, it looks like they put no effort in it and they just move the whole thing off. It's amazing, even them little ones. It's amazing how strong they are. I don't want to mess with one. I'm back out. It's gonna be a long summer, but like I said, I love doing it. I can't wait to check the cameras. I just can't wait, because you never know what's gonna be on there next. And biggest thing now is just keeping these things fed. You know, I want to do at least once a week, maybe every 5 days if I can swing up. Like I said, it's only about an hour and 45 minutes for me to get up here. I can quick bait, I can do that. I can take my car. You know, gas is ridiculous right now, but if I take my car, it's a fraction of the cost than my stupid big truck. But yeah, just keep them fed. As it gets closer, I'm gonna do it more and more. If we got a big one on the bait, and I'm definitely gonna make sure he stays there and keep them fed. I just don't want them to run out for days and days and then they just abandon it. Most likely they're gonna keep checking it, coming back, even if the food's all gone within a day or two. But I don't know, you get a sow and cubs on there and they'll eat it all in one night. But the bears will still scent check it and stuff. But yeah, just keep them fed. I'm gonna go check these cameras. All right, so here at the Y bait, and there's a good one in here. He's been coming in a lot. I think that's the biggest one on the bait. I'm not sure if it's that real big one, but it's definitely one we want to shoot, one we want to keep around. I think it's in that 300 plus pound range. In there quite a bit. And you got these sow and cubs. They're in there constantly coming in. But they're all, it's kind of cool on video because they're all real spookish. See, there's always something wandering in the back. You're there, they're watching, and they take off. And the next one in here is just a small one. There's a bunch of this size bear. I lose track. There's 2 or 3, I think, for sure. But almost every time there's one in there, they're just real cautious, paying attention to their surroundings, because it seems like there's always bear coming in. They're kind of just taking turns. One leaves, another one comes in. Then they're sometimes they're wandering around. Here comes the sow and cubs again. They check it, I don't know, half a dozen times a day throughout the night. It's kind of cool to watch the cubs. They're all cubs that were born 2 winters ago. They denned up with the sow last winter, and now they came out again with her this spring. And she'll probably boot them away and probably get bred. But then they keep coming and coming. There's another one in the back. They're climbing around. It's kind of cool to watch it. Yeah, here's another one. There's one in the back there, and this one chased something else off. So there's at least 3 of them kind of wandering around there. Like I said, they're kind of waiting their turn, I guess you'd say. Then we got this real big one that keeps coming in at night. Here's another 120 pounder, I guess. Real skittish though, because there's probably another one coming in. They just keep taking turns coming in back and forth. This one is big though. You can just tell. Look at how he walks. He's got that strut that just looks like he's struggling with every step. That's just a real little guy. Maybe last year's cub. This is the bald butt guy. I'm sure some of that hair will grow back this summer. But he's in there a lot as well. I don't know, I kind of lost track of how many bears are coming in here. It'll change once the dogs, I think, start running this summer and pushing bears around. And I think right now the boars are looking for the sows. But this is the guy that we want right here, I think. He's big. He's his legs look so short, and he's just panting all the time, like he's just hot and he's just exhausted. But he's got a big head on him, short nose, just stocky, huge neck. Then we got another sow, and just one cub showed up. He's got a nice white V on his chest. He'll be nice in a few years. It's kind of cool, and they got that white on there. Here they are messing with the camera, pushing it around. I guess he didn't like where it was positioned, so he's going to reposition it over here more. And then he's going to go check the bait out. That's a decent one. Then there's another one in here. Move the camera again, but then he's scratching his back on this tree, checking things out. And then the last one here again at night is this big guy. And he just kind of walks out of the frame, but it's good to see him keep coming in there. This is the other bait, Tony's bait. We have a bunch of bear here too. And they're all good ones. I mean, I'd be happy with shooting with something like that. I guess they're all that 200 pound range. They keep coming and going all night long as well. In the background, there's always bear moving around. They're kind of in and out, taking turns. I wasn't sure how many there were, but then I saw there's a clip coming up with 3 of them together in one shot. So I know they weren't all the same bear. Here's the two of them, but there's definitely something. They're always alert, checking out the surroundings. There's a smaller one, another smaller one. But they're coming and going. They're pushing each other out. One comes in. They start fighting. This one here looks pretty nice. He looks like he's got no legs. He's pretty chubby. Then there's this other one. They're all, like I said, there's like three of them about the same size. Minus that one that's with him is kind of, he's a little bit bigger. You can see there on that one, his butt's so much bigger than the other one. But they're climbing around all the time, checking things out. One leaves, one comes in. They seem to tolerate each other most of the time. There's plenty of video where they're both feeding at the same time. Like this bigger one's coming in. Now this, I think it's a sow. She kind of like gives him the okay, you can come in. But these two here are always together. They're almost exactly the same size. I think the first one is a boar. But they're always yipping at each other. But they'll do this for a little while, and then they'll just start eating. Once in a while they get up and start chasing each other. And they're always biting at each other, chasing each other around, but then they start eating together. So I don't know. This one here decides to wreck my backstop I built there. I don't know. He's looking for something, but then he just wants to tear it apart. And they're a little fighting. It's like, knock it off. I put a lot of work into that. Now he's just wrecking it. But here's another one coming in the back there. Well, this one's got his head buried in that stump. Here they kind of chase each other off again. This one's got like a scarred up nose there. He's like I think he's got to be a boar. He looks like a decent size. This one decides to rub his back, knock a tree down, steer the other one. Then there's a third one coming in here. I think that's the three that are kind of hanging out together, in and out. Yeah, they're really fighting there, and they go chasing off. It's hard to see in the film, but they get way out there, and then the other one chases the other one, and I don't know. Then a smaller one comes in. This guy here, he's got a longer hide and everything too, but his nose and face looks kind of scarred up. Like I said, they're in and out just all day. This one just chased something else off. And they just kind of paw at each other, bite at each other a little bit, and then get back to eating, I guess. Then finally, one of the last videos, this sow and two little cubs showed up. They were born this last winter. Come out with her. She won't breed this year because of those little cubs with her, but they'll go back in the den with her this winter. But it's kind of neat seeing those little ones. Then you got the deer. The little buck. He's roaming around in there quite a bit. You got a coyote sniffing around in there. See a lot of them on the cameras. Kind of nosing around in the area. Another deer roaming through here. Then we get this little buck. He's real leery about it. His horns are growing a little bit for a nice Crivets buck. He's going to be a nice fork probably in a few months. Nice quality Crivets buck, but he's out of there. Then you get this guy, professional bear hunter or something. He's got it all covered up nice. Good job, good job. All set and ready for the next round. So that's episode 3 of Parker's quest for his Wisconsin black bear. The baits are looking real good. Like I said, it's early, but it's kind of good to see all them bear on the baits like that. A lot will change throughout the summer, but we're just gonna keep them fed, and hopefully come September, some of those big ones are still around. So I hope you enjoy all the footage of the bears. I know I do. It's really cool seeing all of them out there. Kind of surprisingly how many are actually out there. But keep up with us, subscribe, and we'll keep up with the action, and we'll let you know what we're doing throughout the summer.
Dad, where'd you go?
I went outdoors.